I tested several myths here in Brookhaven and I managed to fly, to discover secret rooms, activate portals, and even eliminate players. Check this out. I'm gonna test the first myth here with you now. And dude, we simply need to get a black car here, which is free, okay? So don't worry. You won't need to pay a fee or anything. It's this car right here. Many people simply mistook it for a limousine, but it's not. It has to be this car, and you're also going to get a horse. And look, you have to enter with the horse here in the back part, and you'll fly! What? It worked, dude. I didn't even introduce the myth to you, but I think you got it, right? Because people say that when we get this car and this horse here, when we enter here, we apparently fly, right? And it works, really. It worked. True myth. Now, guys, there's another myth here, basically, that says that we can fly here in reality, right? In the blue cave, there are several ways to fly. Look, we're going to glitch, and when we look up, we're going to start flying. That's already a very interesting curiosity. But many people already know that, or even you can jump on the trampoline and use the injured emoji, and you'll go super high. This is a way that I want to test. You'll be able to fly very high because these have limitations, these ways I showed. But what I'm going to show now, guys, if it works, there won't be limitations. You have to put your small body on top and put the injured emoji, get this item and put it right on top of you until you start flying. Let's see. I tried once, it didn't work. I tried the second time and it didn't work, dude. I'm gonna try to adjust it on top of my head, right? Or something like that. And whoa, 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 it seems to be working. We're going very, very high. Look, I've already passed the height of the buildings here, but there's a moment here where it will simply disappear, so you'll stop flying when you reach a certain part, but it's really cool. You can hide, get really high. Try to put it more or less like this on top of your stomach, got it? This object here, you have to put it between your legs and your stomach, right? In this case, but that's it. It really worked. Very cool, very confirmed. And look, the Purate Beach here in Brookhaven has a very secret location where we can discover one of the game's most mysterious codes. And to discover this code, we need to come through here by the gas station, right? Let's see if this myth is true. I'm curious. Now opens. There's a secret passage here. Many people already know about it. That's what apparently connects all these numbers, which is what I just did. And now let me get out of here. Apparently there will be a secret location with a code when we walk a little further ahead. Look, I arrived and apparently here on the left, we'll fall. Oops, what's happening? I went underground and here there really is a code, but try it out. And this code here is something we have to use somewhere, which is in the cinema. And this way we'll have access to a secret movie. Let me see if this is true. I'm arriving here at the shopping mall of Brookhaven, where the cinema is located. And let's go here and enter this red door inside the cinema, and here it will ask for the code. In my case, it was 29443. So let me enter it here, 29443. And look, the screen turned black and started playing another movie. Apparently the story here of the creation of Brookhaven and all. I'll even get some popcorn here to eat while I watch. Look, you can really watch movies. And look, it's Mr. Brookhaven right here, simply the mayor. But look, since we're already here, and since this myth worked, I'll show you a secret here that really works. You just need to take the sleeping bag, which is basically the bed, and put it properly here on the wall. And you have to get inside it. And look, you're teleported under the map. It's very interesting, right? Try this out. Look, everything is glitched down here. But look, apparently in Brookhaven, we can eliminate players because everyone knows no matter what item you pick up here, throw at people, it simply won't work, right? The person won't be eliminated. But apparently, there are some ways that I want to test here with you. And look, there's this carabiner here that I can simply test. I'm going to test it like this to eliminate him. You'll see the objects here. It seems like he's not playing here. He must have exited the phone or computer. Look, it's no use. He's not eliminated. But there's a way we could try to eliminate him, apparently, if we can grab him from this cart. And putting a ladder under the car might eliminate him. Let me try. I'll put it right here. It didn't work the first time. Let me try the second time. And look, it seems like the car slipped away. I'll put a ladder or maybe get a bigger car. I don't know. Oops, it worked, my goodness. The car fell along with him. Wow, and I was still inside. And look, there's a very interesting way here. Apparently, we can make cars go very far without needing speed, which requires speed, and the cars will fly. It's just going to the airport, but be careful. Look, you can't have dangerous objects, otherwise security will detect you. But anyway, we'll have to board our beloved plane. But dude, we keep pressing this, and we have to put any car really fast. Depending on the car, it might not go very far, but look, when the car falls, it will probably fly away, just like what just happened. That was very high. Look where it stopped. It just passed by my side, just for you to have an idea. Look, I'm at maximum speed here on the overboard, and it seems to have worked because when we see here from the square to the street where the car fell, you can tell it went quite far, you know, that I took to use. Dude, yeah, I don't know how that happened, but it really worked. Look, guys, apparently you can get very rich here in Brookhaven. You just have to come here to City Hall, right? And apparently you'll have infinite money in a machine, but it's not visible, like this safe that has a beak. See, when we enter City Hall, there's this safe, but no, this is not where we get the money. We have to go up, and behind this pillar, there will be a green button. And when we press here, look, and it really is true, dude. There's simply a money machine, B, that, well, we can use however we want. It's very cool and very interesting. I recommend you guys try it out, huh? But look, here's a myth that says that when it's all night and the Kurlenberkey having simply a very strange noob will appear if you take this house 22 here. We're going to have to go through some steps. Apparently, you have to take the lot of house 22 and be this house here that was released on Halloween. We'll have to enter in here and then go downstairs. Now we have to come here, turn on this chimney, and type noob 3 times in the chat. Noob is basically that character kind of yellowish with blue and green. Anyway, that'd be your friend or something like that. Now, apparently it's just us going through here. And what is this? There's a wall that we managed to pass through. But dude, I'm not finding any newbie here. Apparently, is this like the back rooms? I don't know. This didn't work. Maybe I can look here in these Brookhaven rooms, but I'm not finding anything, you know? Yeah, guys, I don't think it works, huh? It's not working here. Myth. False. Now, dude, I'm going to react to this video here that says there's a secret location. Let's see. Apparently here in Brookhaven, there's a secret place, right? I want to test this to see if it works. We have to get that house there that looks like that haunted house, you know? To the upstairs room. Okay, let's do the step by step. First, I'm going to teleport here to the house, and now I have to find it. If I'm not mistaken, it's this house here, because if you think about it, it has several blue LEDs. Really just like the one in the video? Now, dude, you can even change the color of the LEDs, right? If we want. I'll leave it in white because it looks cool. I just don't know if this can change the secret. But now it's just to go in here like she did, to a secret place. Okay, let's do what she said, right? We have to shrink here to the smallest size and jump here in this place. And wow, there really is a secret place down here. But wait, because it seems like the secret isn't over yet. We have to go inside the safe there, okay? Because it seems like there's some secret place and now it goes into the closet. Okay, let me see this here. First, it's already very strange because here are some books and stuff and a broken mirror. But now let me see if you can really get into the safe. And look, it worked, dude. It's working. You have to enter this part of the closet and it's possible for us to stay hidden here too. Now there's also a secret place. Another room hidden in that box. Darn it, the myth is confirmed, but I haven't tested all the places. Let me see here because apparently there are several places to hide in this house. So if you're going to hide, look, there are these walls here that you can pass through and then we can hide like here. Look, no one will be able to see me in this part where I am simply hidden by the wall. How cool, dude. And if you want to make hide and seek harder, right, you can simply change that color to a darker color like blue and red, right? The red here, you can be very camouflaged, but cool. This myth really works. But now I'm going to take the opportunity to test another myth, which is that we have to get one of the most mysterious houses in Brookhaven, which is this house here. It's totally yellow, you know, and we need to go in here. Now, dude, let's come over here towards this arcade machine, and here there will be these stairs. We have to go down to this library. And look, here will be a totally secret button that when we click on it, it opens the bookcase. It's very strange and different here. But now, we stopped in this place here full of chairs. And dude, for this secret to work, you have to get a laptop and sit on all of them, and apparently a different message will appear. Look, I sat down on these chairs and look, it really appeared. It appeared here as if a notebook was connected, right? It's here in the Kavira of Beauty. Now I have to come over here to this little pillar, and there's a secret button. Pressing it, you have to come here to this black wall, and you where I need to go. We need to come here, guys, to the gas station, and now we're gonna come here to the secret place that's on the mountain. Now we have to turn off the lights of this switch and come here to this blue screen. But it asks for a password, and apparently the password has to be this one here. Marcus Brookhaven. Let's see. Look at this. It simply appeared an inverted room. Darn it, it worked, right? If this was the goal of the myth, it's confirmed. We kind of came to explain it very well, but I found it really cool. But now I'm going to need to turn on the light here because I got a little scared, dude. And look, I want to test a myth that apparently says, dude, that here it's possible for an invisible guy to appear. I don't know if this works, okay? So we have to come here to the hospital, and dude, when this invisible guy appears, we're going to be able to access the Brookhaven portal. I don't know how it works, but anyway, we have to come here to the hidden part and press on this paper from the Bricky Heavy Agency. And now we need to get out of here quickly and go to the library, and look, all you have to do is jump on top of this bookshelf, and here there's going to be a red book. You'll need to pick it up and not let go, okay? Otherwise, the secret won't work, right? I'm just following the steps here. And look, you have to climb this ladder where there's going to be a restaurant, a garage, or maybe a museum. And you'll need the museum, right? Just press there on the pillar and you'll change the location. Now I need to put the red book here, and wait, there's a very strange sound. And what's this, man? Smoke is coming out here, and look, there's an invisible guy appearing here, and right there, look, if you look closely, it's the same guy from the painting. How strange. But anyway, after that, dude, we need to go somewhere else. But apparently, the first part of this myth here already worked. Now let's see if the portal part will work. We have to get to the hotel and get a room, and wait, this room here isn't normal. It's all rusty, abandoned. Dude, this is really weird. But okay, this black book here under the table, and you're going to press on this painting right here. It'll make a sound. And now, dude, you just need to come here next to the bed where there's a little table, and here there's a button. You have to press it, and look what's going to happen, dude. It makes the noise. noise, and now you need to come here to the gas station. But dude, you won't be able to see very well, so I would recommend you to grab a flashlight from now on. You can let go of the books, but look, here in this secret portal on the mountain, and what's this, dude? I got stuck. All right, I'm not stuck anymore, but anyway, we're not going to the agency. We're going to turn right where there's this secret hole where we'll be inside the mountain. And look, here there will be some boxes, dude, where we simply have to break them with a hammer. Look, the boxes are breaking. Usually there are 6 boxes here, but now I've already broken so many. There are only 3 left. And look, we just have to break the last box, and this fire appeared. Very strange. And to find him, right, we're going to have to come here to this mountain next to it and enter here. And look, there's a little tunnel here, and wow! When we enter, there's this yellow thing. Look how strange. What happens when I enter it? I'm gonna test it. 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, nothing happens, dude. We just keep swimming here infinitely, even to stop on top of the portal. But dude, yeah, I couldn't understand it, you know? And nothing happens. In other words, there's nothing mysterious. There's even this button here that I'm pressing, but nothing happens. Well, at least the myth is confirmed. Myth is